So I reckon those questions were straightforward enough. You started off with the price before VAT, and then you moved on to find the price after. And in order to do that, you just multiplied by 100% plus whatever the VAT percent was. Okay, so that's what we did up till now. The next thing we're looking at is the price excluding VAT. So we're going to go backwards, okay? And this is one of those things that people, even really good mathematicians, will get wrong because they jump to conclusions. So I'm going to do a question incorrectly, point out what's incorrect about it, and then show you how to do it better and actually easier, okay? And in order to do this, we're going to use what's called reverse percentages. So the price of a television is €225.60, including VAT. What would be the price with no VAT? So I'm going to do this incorrectly first. Okay, if you want, stop the video and see if you can actually get it right before I move on. But I'm going to do it incorrectly. So the price of a television is €225. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that €225. I'm going to get 17.5% of it. Okay, so in order to do that, that'd be 225.60 by 0.175, or you could use a different method to do that. And that would work out to give me 39.48. So if that's my VAT, if I take that away from the cost price, that'll give me the price before tax. Okay, so that works out to give me €186.12. Okay, that looks good. I've done some maths. I think I've done some maths quite well, but there's an issue. Okay, now pay attention. If this is the price before tax, and I have to add on tax of 17.5%, I should get, according to the price above, that. But if I work out 17.5% of 186, okay, so 186.12 times 0.175, I actually get 32.57. Now that is different to that. So when I add on the 32.57, I'm not going to get 225. What I actually get is 218.69. Okay, so where did this go wrong? What was the problem? Surely if I take 17.5% away to get one answer, if I add 17.5%, I'll get the other answer. So where did this go wrong? Well, the reason is 17.5% of 225.60 is very different to 17.5% of a smaller number. Okay, so 17.5% as a percentage of that is different than 17.5% as a percentage of that. And VAT is always calculated on the price before VAT. So I can't calculate VAT based on the price after. I hope that makes sense. So how do we go about doing this a little bit easier? So what we would have had is the price before VAT. We would have multiplied that by, well, 100% plus 17.5%, and that gives 117.5%, which is 1.175. So before I would have multiplied by 1.175 to give me 225.60. So if I'm undoing that, the easiest thing to do is actually divide by 1.175. Okay, so what I'll be left with is the price before VAT is 225.60 divided by 1.175. So that leaves us with €192, and that is the correct answer. So the price before VAT was added is €192. Don't worry, we'll do some more examples. So a gas bill of €43.45 includes VAT at 8%. Find the amount of VAT paid. So you would have started off with your price before, which is 100%. You would have added on your VAT, which is 8%, and you would have been left with your price after VAT has been added, or including VAT, and that's 108%. Okay, so we have a decimal of 1.08. So remember that the price including VAT is based on a calculation of the price before. So we would have had the price before VAT multiplied by 1.08 to give us 43.45. So to work this out, divide by 1.08 and you're going to be left with the price before VAT as 40.23. Okay. Now that's our price before VAT, but it says specifically find the amount of VAT paid. So if you just subtract the price that you had to pay, subtract the price without VAT, and you're going to be left with 322. So the amount of VAT paid was 322. Okay, so that's just going back to the question that was specifically asked. So you need to keep an eye out for reverse percentages a lot in VAT, but it's not the only situation that you might need them. So for example, the end of year profits for a large company increased this year by 12% to 90,944. So find the profits made last year. So the original plus or minus some change gives the new. So your original is always 100%. You want to think of your original as 100%. In this case, it increased, so you're going to add on 12%, and that gives a new percentage of 112%. Okay, so in order to get 90,944, you would have had your original multiplied by 1.12, so 112%, would give you 90,944. Remember, 12% is based on the original. And that won't always be the case, but for now, that's the way we're going to look at it. So original by 1.12 gives 90,944. So dividing by 1.12 gives us 81,200. So last year they made that profit, and then this year they made 90,944. Now it's your turn to do some questions. You'll find these on page 55 in the book, and you're going to have a look at questions 4 and question 6. Okay, best of luck everyone, and thanks for watching the video.